Hello and welcome. Welcome to the new year, welcome to 2018 and welcome to January's edition of the White Dwarf magazine. I have a sneaky suspicion there's a fair few Nergal miniatures in here, so without further ado, let's unbox, unwrap this magazine and let's see what it's all about. Once again, congratulations to the winner of the Slime Marbo giveaway. I'll be posting that off to you shortly, my friend. Thank you to everybody that entered. I think there's almost 600 of you, so that's great. And I'm really looking forward to hitting that 20,000 subscriber milestone and unleashing that video for everyone to have a chance. White Dwarf. January 2018, exclusive Dan Abnett interview. You're not going to want to miss this one. As always, it's £5.99, or I think it's about £50 or £60 for a subscription for the year. So there you go, it's quite a meaty one. It will set you back about 148 pages. And we'll just go through it page by page. This is my first impression of it. I haven't seen any pictures online or anything like that. So straight away, Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Malign Portents, coming 2018. White Dwarf, new year, new White Dwarf. Some contents. Obviously I'm shooting it with my light and things because I work full time, as everyone should know by now, and when I get home obviously it's dark. Anyway, Circle of Decay, it's all about the Nergal, all about Chaos Demons. You've got the Codex Chaos Demons, which is £25. You can pre-order that from this weekend, and of course I'll be doing my normal Saturday weekly pre-order video. So £25, 6th of January, and the same for the Battle Tome, the Maggot Kin of Nergal. Same price, you can pre-order it from Saturday too. Great Unclean One, wow, model of the month they're calling it, £85. Pricey, however, it is a big model, and there are some other pictures in here that show just how big this guy is, and I think you can actually model it in 3 different kind of ways. It comes with 6 Nurglings as well, 2 different heads, so it's going to give you plenty of options with this model. Really looking forward to this one. Out of interest, the Forge World one, which is undoubtedly heavier, I'm not sure if it's bigger, it's probably a similar kind of size, is £125. That model has an awful lot of detail though, but I'd suggest, you know, go and have a look at that one and see which one you sort of like the look of. A Feculent Gnarlmaw, that's the way I'm pronouncing it. Basically, it's a tree with 3 eyes. No, it's not 3 eyes. It's basically a tree with a gaping mouth in the middle. £17.50. You can pre-order that one from this weekend, and the Great Unclean One. Why not spoil him? Why not buy a few trees and put them around him? Start building up a lovely looking garden of Nergal. Sloppity Bilepiper, Herald of Nergal. Sloppity. They win all the points for that name. They really do. You can pre-order that guy from the 13th of January, which is obviously next week's Saturday. Hats off to the Nergal. They are just getting better and better. Everything from the Nurgling with the helmet to this Nurgling about to burst into song, and of course this Nurgling right here, who is about to eat all of the war scrolls or whatever it is. This guy here, Spoilpox Scrivener, Herald of Nergal. This one will set you back £15. So it's good that they're sticking with the £15, 32, probably that's even 40mm base. £15 for these single miniatures. However, Spoilpox, you can pre-order that from this weekend. So this weekend, you've got the Codex, you've got the Great Unclean One, the Feculent Gnarlmaw, and this Spoilpox. The weekend after, you'll have Sloppity and the Beast of Nergal. This is a bit controversial, this Beast of Nergal. £25 seems like quite a lot of money for a plastic miniature. You can change it. I mean, what on earth is going on there with that head and that face? And then you've actually got, you know, organs and things and all kinds of horrible stuff going on. I do like the headrest though. I do like these wiggly, wormy kind of tentacle tube things going on. Definitely an improvement in my opinion from the Finecast one. Although you're now paying, you know, £10 more, so almost double the price there. For the newer plastic version. I know everybody wants everything in plastic, but this is what you're going to get, guys. You're going to get models that are more money and have less kind of surface detail, I want to say, rather than, you know, detail on the whole model. So £25 for one of these. I thought it would be, I don't know, £30 for a box of 5 or a box of 3, but alas, it's not. And then finally, the data cards. You can also pre-order those this weekend. Then, the weekend after, on the 13th again, you've got a Lord of Blights. He's £15. Quite a sort of stoic pose, and a fair bit of detail on that model. Then we've got the Puscoil Blightlords. So basically these Blightlords on the rot flies. I don't know how different the rot flies are. I mean, they look pretty different because this one here is kind of attached on like this rock surface with a little one there. This one here is attached with a bell. I'm not sure whether the legs are attached or whether you can put any Demons of Nergal on them instead of these Blightlords. That'd be great if you could. Again, hats off to the Nurglings too. You've got this one pulling on like a scrap of meat or whatever, or tentacle off of that banner. You've got a little cooking pot on the back. These guys, 13th of January, the same as the Lord of Blights, and these will set you back £40, but it only contains 2. Ouch. That's stinging. £40 for 2. When you consider your Start Collecting Demons of Nergal box set is £50 and you get 3. So £10 more, you're getting 3 Rotflies, and obviously 10 Plague Bearers, 3 Nurglings, and the Herald of Nergal. So there you go, you are paying a premium now. Yeah, undoubtedly they have much more detail and things, but they are dudes on Rotflies. Anyway, moving on. News from Middle-earth and the Nazgul of Dol Guldur. So you've got a few of those there. TBC, to be continued. Okay. Licensed games, Warhammer 40,000 Heroes of Black Reach, Total War Warhammer 2 Tomb Kings DLC, some Black Library, so you've got Sons of the Hydra, 272 pages, that's out 27th of January, £18, is hardback. Castellan by David Annandale, 256 pages, out 13th of Jan, again hardback, £18. Rogue Trader, Vampire Wars, and an audio drama by James Swallow. 5 questions for Andy Hoare. Contact. Orcs. Getting started with Orcs. This is strange. Very strange. Planning your next army, wondering what to collect next, or maybe even thinking about your very first army. Here's our regular guide to getting started with a new army or a new game, with top tips from those who know them best. This month it's Orcs. Maybe they'll do one every month. I don't know, maybe it would have made sense to do Tyranids, but there we go. Start collecting Orcs, so that you've got that, and then Brutal and Cunning, or Cunning and Brutal, and it just gives you ideas of what to get down the line. That's a very small sort of article, that's odd. It would have been nice to have like a page of the army for one of those, or a page of the army for one of those, and then the pricing, and then all the points, and the, well. Temporal Distort, Lizardmen. That wasn't actually that long ago, 2013. Malign Portents, Sinister Omens for Sigmar, so good sort of 4 pages there. Dan Abnett, 40 novels now, over 20 years. Such a great author, one of my favourites by far. And here's a selection of his books. Quite a nice interview, quite a few pages there, and obviously Eisenhorn and Ravener and Pariah. Ferrus Manus is getting the Horus Heresy limited edition treatment. I think it'll be £40. They give you all the information there, but they don't tell you how much it is. Fulgrim, Castellan, Sons of Hydra. So another advert for the books that were earlier. Bringers of Corruption, here you go. So as you can see, look how big these Great Unclean ones are. They're huge. They're 2, 3, 3.5. Yeah, probably about 3.5, maybe 4 with the staff. Plague Bearers, tall. Very, very big sort of models. Even like a Cyclops looking one. Excellent. So that's it with Age of Sigmar. Similar. That one just looks horrific. Just looks like it's completely melting. This Rainfather. You've even got like a face coming out of his bingo wings, I want to say. And then there you go, there's some Beasts of Nergal. And then you've got a Procession of Nurglings. I did wonder if they were going to do this. That's excellent. So you've got Glotling Glotkin, Gutling Putrid Blightkings, Cheeky Nurgling Plague Bearers, Gut Tugger Plague Bearers, Corpse Biter Festus the Leech Lord, ooh, Pukeling Nurglings, the Chosen One, the Great Unclean One, Fly Tamer, Great Unclean One, Danceling, Sloppity Bilepiper, Droneling, Puscoil Blightlords, Shredling, Sporebox Scrivener, and Mulchbait Horticulus Slimux. Wow, they're really creative with the names, aren't they? But oh, brilliant, worth it, just to get this Procession of Nurglings, definitely. And there is Horticulus Slimux, or Munchie, as I like to call him. Great looking model, and I think you can now use them in 40k, at least that's what Codex Demons will tell you. Potswalkers and the Death Guard, so there you go, you've got Potswalkers there, and then you've got some Great Unclean ones with the best miniature of the year by far, and some more Death Guard. Even the Cyclopean Eye, and it just explains a little bit. There we go. And that's it for that, the year that was. So this is a year in review. If you haven't already, I definitely suggest you check out my own Games Workshop 2017 year in review video, where I look at a lot of the models that were released by Games Workshop. I do have a Forge World video coming out tomorrow, where I look at obviously the Stormbird and the Thunderhawk and all the Custodies and things. So yep, explains that, the Dark Imperium, the Primarchs, and then the year in White Dwarf. Wow, so this is a very in-depth article. Unfortunately, the sad news of Alan Bligh passing away, I think that hit everyone pretty hard, because he just contributed massively to Forge World and the Horus Heresy. Just without him, I don't think many of the Horus Heresy things would be, I don't think it would be where it is today. So he will be sorely missed. Minch of the Year 2017, so you can vote. Here are some of them, not all of them. There are more than this on the Games Workshop web store. Yeah, for instance, there's no Blighthauler here. Why on earth not? Or Mortarion, actually, for that matter. So, have you purged the unclean today? Always follow decontamination protocol. He's not really doing a good job because they're just, you know, wandering about here, and he's just, yeah. Wash your hands, always wash your hands, guys. Wear protective equipment and burn the heretic. The Golden Contract, there we go. And so yeah, so there you go, you've got a nice little battle report there. It just goes to show you how big these guys are. And they are going to be fighting the Fire Slayers. Lovely colours, lovely greens there, and lovely oranges and reds. And they're all, for some reason, offset by these sort of light blue crystals. Okay. Anyway, we'll skip past that because we don't want to see the result and things. Basically, Space Marines won. Maggot King of Nergal. There you go. So you've got a big advert here for Maggot King of Nergal. Blight War, which is a great box set because you get Munchie in there, and You can get Demons of Nergal set, that's still around, the Glotkin, a Magath-Lord, Puskor Blightlords. It looks a bit odd with only 2 in a pack. The Great Unclean one, Horticulus Slimux, the Grand Cultivator. He's going to be separate now, so you don't need to get him in there, but I think if you get that, you get a Demons of Nergal set, and you get him, and it still saves you a fair bit of money. Putrid Blight Kings, Plague Bearers, Feculent Gnarlmaw, a Beast of Nergal, again looks a bit odd with just 1 in there, Nurglings, Lord of Blights, Sloppity Bilepiper, and Sporepox Scrivener. Hopefully next month's White Dwarf they'll be easier to pronounce names. The Ultimate Guide to Death. Okay, interesting. So there you go, it's a big feature about Nagash, I suppose. And Necromancers. Oh, so strange kind of feature that you've got this big advert for all of these. They're lovely looking models though. They really are, these Death Lords and Flesh Eater Courts. Necromunda, you've got a new scenario, Claim the Spire. Oh, and you've got like a double page spread here, Return to Hammerhall. You've got Visiting Cinderfall. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So that's a Warhammer Quest little rule thing. Search for the Stone. So this is definitely Hobbit. And there you go, more Hobbit. And the Ruins of Dol Guldur. I really do like that Games Workshop, obviously White Dwarf, they keep adding to your games by adding these different scenarios and things like that. I think it's a great idea. Classic 2017, so they're featuring winners from 2 categories in the Golden Demon, which is Classic 2017. So you've got Arwen and Gandalf and Lake Town Militia Captain. Then Magnus the Red, that's incredible, that's ridiculous how this person, Mark, he has put all the lighting there and the feathers, my word, that's just insane, absolutely insane. Good job, sir. Yeah, and obviously all the gold and the silver, non-metallic I suppose. And that avatar, wow, there's a Nergal avatar surely. And then you've got a Nergal Dread Knight, that's very creative, isn't it? Wow, that's impressive. Shades of Decay, so there you go, a little bit of a gallery of grossness. And the colours of the Plague God, so you get different shades of green and purple. Heavy Metal. As much as I like the face off the tongue with its own tongue, I think it should have another face off that tongue. I don't think I'm going to go for that one. I think I might just go for the classic one with the sword, or even with the staff. Might even get 2, who knows. Tale of 4 Warlords. So Daughters of Cain, Magath of Nergal, Malignants, and the Beastclaw Raiders. Realms of Battle. Wow, just goes on to how to make some Tau scenery. Be nice if they would release a load of Xenos scenery, but we can live in hope. This is the next best thing, showing you how to build your own with all your spare parts, which is pretty cool. Wow, Zad Snark. That's a lot of orcs. Good job, sir. Incredible. It's a big army showcase. They're very bright green grots, aren't they? And there you go. And then an orc feature. So this is, yeah, strange that they're putting all these big features. Maybe they're just trying to, I want to say maybe they're trying to shift a load of models before they release new ones. But obviously they did a feature with all the Nergal stuff. So, but yeah, you can get a fair bit of orc goodness there. Unfortunately, they're not showing the Orc Battle Force. Maybe it was a limited thing, but you still save a fair bit of money from the Battle Force from getting all these sets separately. But they do have the Start Collecting set, and I'd definitely recommend you check that one out, because you do get your Pain Boy, you do get a load of knobs, which is always good, and you do get a Dreadnought, which I'd never had before, and it's such an impressive little model. Let's Play Ball, so a bit of a Blood Bowl feature, Painting and Collecting, Battle Force Challenge. And here you go, you've got Ben Johnson. He's basically brought his Age of Sigmar into 40k with Custodes. And it looks like is that a Voldus? I can't be sure. Oh, it says it's a classic Ordo Malleus character. There you go. And then these use the Warhammer 40,000 exclusive tanks. Then you've got a Hunter Cadre, Battao, Space Wolves and the Talons of the Emperor. Still not sure whether I'll do my Sisters of Silence in gold. Still deciding on that. Put it in the comments below if you think I should paint my Sisters of Silence in gold. Paint splatter, interesting. Oh, here we go. This is what we look after. How to paint some Nurglings. Or Plague Bearers. How to paint the Beast of Nergal. And all the skin and the shading. Lovely. But no Nurglings. Oh dear. No, they have a video painting guide on their YouTube channel. Find your local store. White Dwarf guide. Oh wow, yeah, I suppose they do need one of these now. So any of the game systems and things that you're unsure about, they now have an explanation. That's pretty cool. And then the web store as well. That's really cool. Readers models. Alariel, because she's worth it. Nagesh. Oh, nice Redemptor there. And the callbacks. And a Crusader. Wow. Good job there on the shading. And Warhammer World. Fantastic place. In the Bunker. Vox Chatter. Firestorm Campaign. And then we've got some Imperial Fists. Looking good. Next month. White Dwarf, February 2018, on sale Friday the 2nd of February, so similar time to this one, but next month. Malign Portents, so finally we get the big reveal for that. Paint Splatter, a new adventure, Blood Bowl, a Tale of Four Warlords, of course, a whole lot of gold, whatever could that mean, and Black Library Celebration and much more. So that will be on the 2nd of February. A whole lot of gold, I don't know. Could be Custodes in the 41st millennium, who knows. And that concludes my first look at January 2018's White Dwarf. I hope 2018 is treating you well, even though we're a couple of days in. I hope you have a fantastic year. If you are starting a new army this year, please do put it in the comments below, share it with us all. And what models are you looking forward to collecting, building and painting and gaming with? Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. Papa bless.